This has been an intense last few days in the crypto market. We're watching Bitcoin basically run up, but it's also coincidentally losing dominance as well, making room for altcoins to basically grow. Are we going to see an altcoin season? Well, let's take a look at our crypto news for today. So let's jump into it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on X as well if you're watching over there. I make content on both platforms, YouTube and X. Now, Trump trade, we have to talk about trade, right? It's just kind of one of those things that we're waiting to get solved. It's kind of looming overhead, and it's keeping people from getting extremely bullish. So really, what we need to do is to kind of get some get some deals going on with trade here. Bitcoin extended its winning streak this week, though, to 6 straight weeks. President Donald Trump announced a trade agreement with the UK, and that's pretty much what is fueling a lot of this movement. Now, 4.4% away from all-time high, Bitcoin is sitting very, very nicely. Top U.S. and China officials are also currently in Switzerland. They are meeting with, the U.S. is meeting with China basically to talk about their trade agreement. Now, from what I heard earlier, China did walk out of their trade talks earlier this morning, but then they have since returned, and now they're going to pick up talks tomorrow. That was coming from the White House. Now, a trade deal between the U.S. and its top trading partners like China, the EU, Canada, and Mexico would reduce recession risks and raise the odds of Federal Reserve cuts. Now, Standard Chartered Bank had come out and said that they apologized for their very low price target for Bitcoin. They're saying 120K now is too low. They're expecting it to enter about the $200,000 range, and they actually apologized. They said, you know what, sorry guys, we were a little bit off on this one. We're extending our price target to 200K. BlackRock is also the biggest asset manager globally, predicts that Bitcoin's price will surge to 700,000. BlackRock is also in talks with the SEC about potentially having some kind of a staking mechanism for Bitcoin ETFs. Now, they also highlighted its strong performance compared to equities after key crises like COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia and Ukraine war. Bitcoin fared very well through some of these, very, very turbulent times. So let's jump over. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart over the last 30 days. We'll take a look. This is all. So I've showed you guys this before. I wish I could move this little box on the screen that pops up when I hover over it, but it's there. So we can see when these two come together, when Bitcoin dominance drops here and altcoins move up, we basically end up with altcoin season. So obviously Bitcoin dominance has to drop, altcoins, money flows into altcoins spike, and then that's where we get these massive altcoin seasons. So what we're seeing right now is a little bit of a drop here for Bitcoin. If we zoom in a little bit though, we'll see here it started off about 64%. And that was just back on the 6th. That was only a few days ago, down to 61 right now. And we can see the amount that altcoins are popping up here. So that is something that we are watching very, very closely. We can see the yearly low for Bitcoin dominance was 52%, and that was back on May 28th, 2024. So will we see another move like that? Hopefully Bitcoin will come down some and we'll see altcoins absolutely explode. And that could be something that we might see here in the near future. So again, Bitcoin losing dominance. Are we going to see breakouts for altcoins? What we're seeing right now is not really an altcoin season. It's a nice recovery from basically some of these lows that we were seeing and, drug out over the last few months. We've had, downward pressure in the market, and now we're seeing a bit of a recovery here. Things are looking like they're turning around. Bitcoin dominance continues its downward trend, creating room for potential altcoin rally. Previously, it held above 65% resistance and dropped to 63. So, that's what we're basically looking at right now. And if Ethereum can maintain an impressive level of demand, there could be a significant upside potential here. A number of altcoins are on the Ethereum network, and that's pretty much what we're watching. And that's really what we were missing over the last year when we had massive moves for Bitcoin, and altcoins just didn't seem to really be popping off. And it's really a lot of it comes down to Ethereum, and Ethereum just wasn't cutting it right. The market shift right now, though, might come as an opportunity in the coming weeks, especially to those who deal in altcoins. So, we could potentially see a pump here before the summer, because there's this old saying in crypto, sell, or in investing period, sell in May and go away. People sell in May and they enjoy the summer with their families and that kind of thing, and they don't really necessarily, sit there and trade constantly the whole time all summer because they're taking a little bit of a break. But we can see here Bitcoin bouncing up of over 104K now. And, some of our big winners here, Arbitrum today, almost 30%, Dogwoof Hat, Optimism, Dogecoin, love seeing my Doge going, Immutable, and Brett, a number of different coins are moving today. So, obviously things are looking real good, sitting at 3.36 trillion. We have a very, very big opportunity here for altcoins to make some decent gains here. So we'll be watching this very, very closely. But for now, this is your crypto news for today. Obviously, we are going to be waiting to see what happens with the China talks, because, if things go south, things go bad, we could be looking at another drop here. But as of right now, take advantage of this. It's been definitely a nice for my portfolio the last few days. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.